been a long time since I've actually done a review on my review channel, but I really want to save reviews for shows that is like I genuinely feel that they are like genuinely great and good or bad, right? Like I don't want any shows I'm kind of middle of the road, I can't say too much about them. I want shows that I have a strong feeling one way or the other about. And that's what Last Samurai Standing is. So Last Samurai Standing is set in the Meiji era of Japan, where the samurai have kind of now been not they're like abandoned, kind of, right? Like they no longer really have like a huge position in Japan anymore, and a bunch of samurai, about 292 of them, come to this temple where there is a grand prize of 100,000 yen. And there's only one way to do it. You have to be the last samurai standing. So it's like a battle royale type thing. They have like a map. You have to go all the way to Tokyo, and every contestant has like a wooden tag, and there's like these checkpoints through all the cities, and you have to have a certain amount of tags to get through the checkpoint and all that type of stuff. And then, you know, the last one to Tokyo, or the ones to Tokyo, as we find out, is the winner. And you get the 100,000 yen. So, right off the bat, that's a very good premise. It is, some people did say it's kind of like the Japanese Squid Game. Kinda, in a way like that. I guess you could say that. But it takes place in a more historical setting, because Squid Game kind of took place in modern day. This takes place in a historical setting, so in the late 19th century it did. And this is based off of a book, which is also called Last Samurai Standing. So, yeah, it's actually not even a book, it's a manga, which is crazy. I love it when manga get good actual live action adaptations, and this seems to be one. From all the people I've seen who've read the manga, they said that this is pretty good, so, like, in terms of like being authentic, which is great. Who knows, maybe I'll just read the manga instead of like waiting for season 2. That might be cool. So who are our characters? Well, we have Sujiro's Saga, who's like our main guy. He's our main samurai that we follow. His backstory of why he's joining this is his daughter has died of an illness, and his wife is sick with that same illness, and, you know, he's like, it's only a matter of time before my son gets it. And then he finds this, you know, this flyer that has like, you know, the come to the temple for 100,000 yen grand prize and all that type of stuff, right? And he's gonna go there, and he's gonna use that money to help his village out. That's why he's there. And he's got a really nice character journey throughout, where he starts off, you know, a bit more withdrawn because after the death of his daughter, and he's like very much having like, I wouldn't say PTSD, but he's like, his hand shakes whenever he holds the samurai sword. He can't really do it because of the massacre that wiped out a bunch of the samurai before. But, you know, he eventually learns to overcome that. He wields his sword again properly, and he starts to open up a bit more as the show goes on. So very, very, very good there. We have Futaba Katsuki, she's like the daughter surrogate he gets in this show, which makes sense because, you know, his daughter passed, and now he's got this other young girl who he like reminds him of his daughter, which is why he decides he's gonna protect her the whole game. Which is, you know, very nice of him. Very nice. Futaba is the heart of our motley crew that we get. Futaba is the innocent young soul who is here again for a good reason. She just wants to, you know, she just wants to protect and help her village, just like Saga. She has looked after a bunch of the children who have had this illness and have passed, and it's broken her, and now her mother has fallen to this illness as well. And it's, you know, it's really hurting her, and that's why she's here to get that 100,000 yen and save her village as well. But she knows that she won't last on her own, which is why she stays with Saga. She asks him to look after her, and yeah, she's a very nice character too. She's very much like, she sees the good in people when maybe sometimes there isn't that much good in people. We have Iraha Kinugasa, who is Saga's adopted sister, and he thought died a couple years ago. I will not say why he thought she died, because that's in the show. I'll just say he thought she died, and we'll leave it at that. And she's in this. She's in the tournament as well, and she and him have a bit of animosity towards each other. Or more, she has animosity towards him. He's just happy to see her, and throughout she starts to, go back to seeing him as the big brother she loves. So, that's very nice. And she's very much, like, I don't want to say she's girl bossy, because she isn't, because she gets beat up at times. She's just a capable fighter, right? She and Saga trained in the same place to be samurai, right? So she's just as capable as he is, but they do a good job of not making her a girl boss. Like, she gets her ass kicked, she gets scared at times. So that was good they did that. And they show her vulnerability in that way. Something that Western female characters don't do anymore. We next have Kyojin Suge, who he kind of... He starts off like he knows a lot more than he's leading on. He's like the strategist, always coming up with plans out of them. He's very charismatic, right? He has like a laid-back, charismatic, lackadaisical kind of personality to him. He very much, like I said, he seems like he knows more than he lets on. He's always planning, always strategizing. I believe you can kind of infer that the way he acts is kind of laid back, lackadaisical way, is to throw people off from how smart he actually is. But yeah, he's a very big part of this team. He's the one who actually suggests they all team up, because he's like, well, I mean, it'd be better if we all team up, because then we could all make it to Tokyo, and whatever happens after that point. But he's a very big character, and I don't want to spoil stuff, so I'll just say leave it like that. And then the last character I'm going to talk about, who's like a very much recurring character, is Bukotsu Kanjiya, who he is like our big villain in the tournament. There's other villains in the show, like the people who organized this tournament, but he is definitely like our main bad guy as like a participant in the tournament. He's always hunting our cast. He especially has a grudge against Saga, and they reveal why that is. And yeah, he's just a monster. Like, he's just a monster. He loves killing. Killing is his favorite goddamn thing, dude. He is absolutely just enjoying killing. This is his favorite thing in the world. He just loves going into this tournament and just murdering a bunch of people. He's on cloud fucking 9 in this tournament. He really is. And you get to see a lot of his kills and how dangerous he is. They did a really good job of making him seem like a very big threat to our main cast characters. So that is like the main cast I want to go over, because some other stuff might be, spoilery, and yeah. So, Last Samurai Standing. Honestly, man, what a show. Like, this is so goddamn good. So interesting. They slowly show you, like, the people whittling down, right? Like, the roster whittles down. At the end of every episode, they tell you how many people are left. Very high energy impact. The character work is really well done. You feel for pretty much all the characters. Yeah, like the thing is, like, the best part is when you look at a character and you're like, I'm gonna be sad when you die. You know what I mean? Like, that's when you know that's what Squid Game did well. When you looked at the character, you're like, oh, I don't want you to die, and then they die, and you're like, I mean, I know it had to happen, but I feel sad. Like, you can feel that with a lot of characters. And I was going through the show, going like, okay, this is how this character will die, this is how this character will die, thinking, planning it all. And when you start to think like that for a show, when the show actually makes you start making your own ideas in your head, that's when you know a show's got your attention. That's when you know a show has you hooked. And Last Samurai Standing definitely had me as that. There is a season 2 in the works, so the show isn't over. So do go into that when you go into the show, because I went into it not knowing there was a season 2, and then it ended. I was like, huh? And then I'm like, oh yeah, season 2. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, Last Samurai Standing, great show. I adored it. So I'm gonna give Last Samurai Standing like a 9 out of 10. It was freaking amazing. I really liked it. A lot of the character motivation is very well handled, and you can understand why they're there. And some characters I didn't talk about are also very, very good. They're also very good. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me. If you haven't seen Last Samurai Standing, go watch it. It is on Netflix, but it's Netflix of Japan, so it's not the shitty Netflix of the West. So thank you guys all so much for listening, and I'll see you guys all next time.